Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
Every week we introduce you to a new furry friend looking for their forever home with our pet of the week. Joining us today is Maddie Young with Austin Pets Alive, alongside not one but two sweet pups. We never get this kind of treat, named Barb and Star, and they are already napping. They're so sweet.
They're perfect.
Good morning, Maddie.
Good morning.
Let's talk a little bit about these two special guests because they're actually senior pups.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these two, they're a bonded pair. They are available for adoption or foster from Austin Pets Alive. Bob here is 6. They're both bully breeds of some sort. And then Star, the sleeping beauty over here, is 10.
To sleep under your chair, which is so sweet. But you know, they have spent a lot of time together and you guys consider them a bonded pair. So what does that actually mean?
So a bonded pair pretty much means that they're very emotionally attached. In their case, they've spent, like you said, a lot of time together, Barb's whole life. And we do think they're either sisters or daughter, mom.
Gotcha.
And Star here is blind, so I think they really do benefit from living with each other. So we do want to put them into the same home, whether that's an adopter or a foster.
Gotcha. And so Barb is kind of the seeing eye dog.
Exactly.
For the pair of them.
Exactly.
But these are couch cuddlers. I mean, they've done nothing but be sweet since you walked in the door. So talk to me a little bit about what they like.
Really, they're perfect. They've done well with kids. They've done well with cats. They do well with dogs, obviously. They're both potty trained. They're both completely house trained. They do well left alone. They could really do most living situations. The only thing to be mindful of is with Star being blind, maybe a home without super sharp objects or like open access to a pool. That's pretty much it.
Gotcha. I think she's having like a little puppy dream.
She knows I have treats too.
She's doing that thing where they kind of like toss in their sleep a little bit. We've got some really precious pictures of them, and I love that their names are Barb and Star. Go to Vista Del Mar or whatever it is.
Exactly.
That's really cute. Okay, so the fact that they're great with kids, that they're great with other cats and other dogs, I mean, it makes them very adoptable.
Absolutely.
But if you were picking a perfect home, what would you say for them?
Really, I mean, yeah, they could live with people of all ages. They can live with animals. You don't have to be someone who works remote. They do great home alone by themselves. They love to nap, obviously. They don't need an active home either. If you take them on like a quick potty walk, they're exhausted after. So they're really easy. They're low maintenance dogs. So yeah, someone who just is willing to be a little mindful of Star's lack of eyes. But really, she gets around just great. She goes upstairs. She can hop in my car. So really, they're easy. They can fit into pretty much anything.
She does some nose boops, right?
She does.
When
she bonks her head a lot, but she's very sturdy.
Oh, they're like licking on each other. They're so cute. I mean, I can kind of see it. If there is a family resemblance here, they're about the same size, about the same shape. Are we looking for anybody to help them diet down just a touch?
They could probably lose a few pounds.
Couldn't we all, sisters? Couldn't we all?
A little treat.
But you know, it's January anyway, so we're all about resolutions.
Right.
But they do like treats as well, so they'll respond
do like
to
treats.
that.
Yeah,
okay.
they
all
do.
Right.
Maybe just limit them.
So if anybody's interested in adopting, or even if you know, just getting them out of the shelter, fostering them, what would be the process?
So it's really easy. If you just go to our website at austinpetsalive.org, you can go to the foster or adopt tab and fill out an application. Or if you want to learn more about them, you can also email matchmaker@austinpetsalive.org.
Matchmaker@austinpetsalive.org. I like that. And are they kind of set up, you know, as a set? Do we have to say, oh, I'm interested in both of them, or do they have like one profile?
They do have different profiles, but because they do have to be adopted out together, you can just list one of their names or both, and we'll respond with both the information.
How rare is it to see a bonded pair like this?
It's fairly rare. It does happen for sure. But when we do see it, we definitely try and honor that.
I think that's really sweet of you guys. Okay, and then something you're looking for is long stay fosters.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So our volunteers and staff are always working really hard to get out as many dogs and cats as we can. So people who have a little extra experience with dogs or cats are really always needed. Because we do have so many long stays that are wonderful in a home, but they're stressed in the shelter. So even if you can only,
long stay actually refers to how long they've been in the shelter.
Could also be how long they've been in a foster home, but mostly the ones in the shelter. And they're great dogs. They just need someone with a little bit of extra experience and patience to kind of help them decompress. Even if it's short term, if you just have like a few days, even that can be really helpful. Take them for a week or so. Or of course, long term is ideal.
We want we want a foster feel,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
It's ideal if you take them to your house, they love it,
Foster
you love it.
win.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of, how can somebody become a foster? Do we have to jump through a lot of hoops, or how does that work?
So it's very easy. Same thing. You can either go on our website and fill out the foster application, or you can just come in. We're open every day of the week from 12 to 6. We do have those matchmakers who can match you with a dog if maybe these aren't the ones you're looking for. We have so many. So yeah, just come in anytime or email. We can match you over email as well. And yeah, it's a pretty quick process. We do have materials as well. We can give you like beds, bowls, toys, really all of it. So you just have to come and we'll provide the rest.
Everything that people need to be set up
Absolutely.
for success. Is there anything different in approaching cat fostering, for example, than it would be for dogs?
I don't think so. To be honest, I work more on the dog side, but I know that we do have so many cats that go to foster every single day, and I know that our cat team is really amazing, and they have a bunch of knowledge. And we do have teams that help you even once you do foster or adopt them for the lifetime of the pet. So
Which
we have
is
behavioral resources as well.
That is lovely. Okay. Well, Barb and Star are stars. Look at them. Precious dogs. I hope that somebody sees this little bonded pair.
So
and
they're
says,
really perfect.
oh, even just for fostering, y'all, consider it. Okay, thank you so much,
Of course,
Maddie.
thank you.
We appreciate it. For more information on how to adopt or foster Barb and Star, or how to get involved with Austin Pets Alive, visit austinpetsalive.org.
Apple TV's number one show, Pluribus, takes you into a futuristic world where everyone shares one mind, and lead actress Ray Seahorn joins me now, fresh off her award wins in the last few weeks. Hi, Ray. How are you?
Hi, nice to be here. I'm good. Thank you.
So you play this amazing character, Carol Sturka. Tell me kind of what your immediate thoughts were of kind of playing Carol and getting to reunite with Vince Gilligan.
Uh, I read that first script and probably had the same reaction as most people that watched the pilot. I was like, this is bananas. But I also immediately saw that Vince wanted to really like take these wild swings, not just with genre defying like and using tropes from apocalyptic movies and sci-fi horror movies, all of it, but that also he was going to thread the needle with tone and keep, it's very funny, and then it's darkly psychological sometimes in the same scene. And I knew that was going to be fun, especially having collaborated with Vince. I mean, we're going on 11 or 12 years now, but I knew it was going to be challenging in the most blissful way to find that tone with him. And so we did a lot of the scenes, many takes, just looking for how comedic can you push this scene and how dark can you push this other scene, and before they can't live in the same world anymore. And it was really fun.
Yeah, I love that. Now, one of my favorite aspects of this show is that it kind of does this polarizing take on happiness and kind of like world unity piece, if you will. But your character is extremely suspicious of everything happening. So, what do you feel like maybe you've learned from Carol on a personal level, and what's it meant to you to be so integral within this show?
Um, it's been fun being so integral as far as like, I was very aware that I am the audience's entry point to go down the rabbit hole. Like I'm the one, taking them all around. And even though she's not handling it with grace often, what was most important to Vince and I was that she is a real person amidst a very unreal circumstance. Because there is intense drama, but there's also many very funny moments that are born out of what if this was a real person. She's not super heroic. She's carrying around the burden of grief. And we try to keep all of these things very real about the what would you do. As far as me personally, it made me think a lot. I'm not a misanthrope or a fault finder like Carol was before this event even happened, but I can sometimes forget to be totally present in a moment of joy because I'm already thinking about like, but what if this, or what if that, or maybe I need to wait till this, maybe I'm not allowed to enjoy this until XYZ. And it's a mistake. It's a mistake. Enjoy the tiniest little joys you can every day.
Yeah, living in the present, I think, is a hard thing for a lot of us. Now, Something that I really, really love about your character is her relationship with her partner, Helen. And of course, we find out early on that she does pass. And it's interesting because I feel like we see you go on this journey of kind of grappling with grief while also accepting the terms of this new reality that you really don't have any control over. So, as an actress, as the actress in the show, what's it like for you kind of melding all that together? Because it's a really weird headspace to live in, I feel like.
Yeah, and thank you for saying that. And Miriam Shore, who played Helen, is just an incredible actress and an incredible human being. And we bonded very quickly. I had not met her before. I know her work. I know her brilliant work. But we wanted to make sure that that relationship had weight, and not just while it's on screen, but because of the weight it carries for the whole season. Helen is still there. She's very present. And we had lots of conversations, Vince and I, as well as hair and makeup and costumes, about the reality of making sure that grief stays present. And most of us have been there, unfortunately. And grief is its own temporary insanity. It just is. It's like all bets are off about how one behaves. And it was important to us that she not get up and take a shower or put makeup on or do her hair. And she's sleeping on the couch for a while because it's too painful to go and sleep in the bed where her wife used to be. And we tried to keep that present. And then, as you mentioned astutely, it comes up against having to accept this new world, and even gets driven over a cliff when she's faced with living partially delusional towards the end of the season, to kind of accept, like, this is the only life I guess I'm going to have, because the counterpoint to that is the horror of just being alone in her house and just dying alone and never speaking to anybody again. It's horrific.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's an incredible show, Ray. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
Thank
Season
you.
2 coming soon, fingers crossed, and congrats on all the awards you've been receiving. We hope you get more.
Oh, thanks. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. Troy Beza has brought back its interiors tour for the 11th year. Editor-in-Chief Heidi Okla is here to tell us more about what we can expect. She's an old friend of the show, so we're happy to have her today. Heidi, good morning.
Good morning. It's so great to be here.
Great to have you. Okay, you've just released your January, February issue, because that's how you guys work, is you do 2 months at a time.
That's correct,
okay.
yes.
So it includes your 11th annual interiors tour. Tell me, back to the beginning, how did these things get started?
Well, the Interiors Tour started in 2014 when the team then really wanted to have a very special event to kick off the new year. Mm-hmm. And so they talked to interior designers who opened up their own homes for a one-day tour. This has since grown so much. Now we're in our 11th year. It's a 2-day process, so you can tour on Saturday, Sunday, or both. We've added a VIP element. So next Thursday we have a very special cocktail party for our VIPs.
Lovely.
And the VIPs get to enter the homes earlier in the day on tour weekend. We've also really expanded how many homes we have, and to make sure that we have a real diversity of styles. So anybody on the tour, anyone coming and walking through all these beautiful homes, there's something for everybody. And there's a chance to interact with the designers too.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you're taking this tour, it is a self-guided, self-paced tour,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you get a ticket, you can kind of map out where you want to go and how you want to do it. Get together with
That's
friends.
good, because sometimes I want to stand for a while in a really cool bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And just like
take
ogle
your
it.
time
Yeah.
and look, right?
Yeah.
But so let's say you love that bathroom, then you can go ask the designer or the team that's there any questions you might have about that. So we feel like it's a great way to get inspiration to take back into your own home. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for a designer, this is a great way to kind of interview all of these people who are there and see if it's a good match for you too. So there's a lot you can take out of it. It's also just fun. So we have, friends of mine do it every year, and they make their brunch plans, and then they get the gals together and they're going around to all the different houses just for a fun day chit-chatting and looking at beautiful things.
I want to talk to everybody at home right now who looks at Zillow in their spare time.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Now you have the opportunity to go into some of these houses in real life,
True.
get inspiration, or just, have some fun, window shop, which I think is really cool.
But it's also, we were talking about this, the interior design community here is so creative. There's so much talent, and you're getting to see these projects that are not like just walking down the street to a neighbor's house. These are really special and very curated projects, which is inspirational.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because, as you mentioned, there is kind of something for everyone. Maybe you love a bungalow style house, or maybe you're into the super modern. Just talk to me about some of the range of houses we can see.
So in terms of super modern, there is a penthouse in the Modern, which is a 56-story tower on Rainey Street.
Wow.
So the penthouse is obviously very contemporary with floor-to-ceiling windows and the most breathtaking view. The design was kind of meant to feel like you are living among the clouds. So that's a very, very modern contemporary, where we do have a 1939 bungalow in historic Hyde Park. And that is a way to see like how you can renovate something with nods to the past, but also make it modern. There's a new build, which has a maximalist style, which is like so much color and texture and patterns, and the home has a music room, a cigar lounge, an apothecary. So you're gonna see so many different styles on this tour.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure that we touch a little bit on what else is in Tribeza this month.
Yeah.
Because I saw Jane Coe had her house in there, and I was like, is she on the interiors tour? She is not.
She is not on the tour. They have a baby right now, so we're not going to disrupt them by going into their home. But influencer Jane Coe and her husband Josh Campbell were so great to talk with us about this project. When they purchased their lot, they hadn't realized the challenges ahead. So this is a little bit about the journey. There are floodplain issues, and but Jane actually designed the interiors of her home herself.
That is so cool.
And so
that's
it's
beautiful.
gorgeous. Yes. Yeah. So it's fun to see that and see what she was able to do with that project.
She's such a creative on social media that it's nice to see it kind of expanded into her home.
It's fun to get a peek into her home. Yes, for sure.
Okay, we'll leave them alone with the baby at the house. Yes. But there are a couple other things, and you mentioned to me powder room, and I was like, okay, are we talking about a really cool bathroom?
Right.
But no.
Powder room is this really, really swanky speakeasy downtown. It's tucked behind a Cuban sandwich shop, but in the interior is just breathtaking, and they have a no cell phones policy there.
Oh, I like that.
So you might not see it splashed against all over social media, but it is a really cool space for your next date night or something to recommend to friends
something
and
to recommend.
Yes.
I get asked a lot, what do you recommend? And not always if I've been there can I remember it.
This
but
one's
powder
great.
room.
Powder room.
I love the idea of not being able to be on your phone.
I know. It's so nice. It's refreshing.
And getting to just talk people to people.
Exactly.
I love that. Okay. And if you wouldn't mind, talk to us about what Tribeza specializes in covering. You've been there about 2.5 years now as editor-in-chief. And it's just a beautiful magazine to look at, quite frankly.
Thank you. We really pride ourselves on beautiful photography and local storytelling. The magazine covers all aspects from obviously interior design and architecture to fashion, food, music, art. In each issue, you're going to find a little bit of something for everyone. So it's not, not every story in here is about interior design. So we're really focused on Austin culture, and we love Austin, and we feel like we want to make sure that's showcased in all the pages of our magazine.
And real quickly, you've got a big anniversary coming up.
We do. It's the 25th anniversary of the magazine. In March, we'll be celebrating that. I'm currently working on a very special anniversary issue. that'll come out in March, along with some pop-up events that we're going to be engaging with the community. So it's a real milestone for a publication.
I know you're busy, but I can't wait to see what comes of the March-April issue.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Heidi. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Tribeza is Austin curated. Learn more and get tickets to this year's Interiors Tour at tribeza.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Ally Medical ER. Surviving allergy season in Central Texas, what's normal and when to get checked with Dr. Jessica Best of Ally Medical ER. We always trust her expertise. And Central Texas is, so many say, the allergy capital of the country, Dr. Best. What makes allergy season here so intense?
Oh, well, I have to say it must be all these cedar trees we have. In addition to that, we have lots of grasses, lots of molds. You're going to hear people complaining about this, honestly, year-round, unfortunately.
That's me. I take an allergy pill every day just for that, just for dealing with that. For viewers at home, what symptoms are considered maybe normal seasonal reactions?
Oh, sure. So you may have, the stuffy nose, some mild congestion, clear discharge. Some people may get that scratchy throat. Every now and then we'll see people with very maybe mild rash with what's going on.
But that is kind of under the category of normal,
That's right.
mild, might resolve itself, whereas there is the possibility that the allergies may cross the line into something more serious.
That's right.
So when do we seek medical attention?
All right, so if that congestion is turning green, yellow, maybe if you're developing fever, if that sore throat is getting, let's say, really bad, maybe you're noticing a lot of redness, maybe some white spots in the back of your throat, you're definitely going to want to go ahead and come in. Or if maybe you had a mild dry cough before, but now it's that productive cough, we're going to want to make sure it's something not serious.
How can people tell the difference between severe allergies and an actual infection?
All right, so kind of going back to those things. So if you notice that maybe this mild dry cough is turning into that wet, nasty, productive sputum coming up, you want to get seen. If you're starting to get fevers, definitely get seen. If it's been multiple weeks of congestion and now you're noticing the discharge that's colored yellow, green, definitely time to come in.
All right, and top tips for managing allergies and avoiding unnecessary ER visits during peak season.
Man.
It's tough.
It's very tough. So just like you may want to take that daily allergy tab. Some people actually seek out allergist allergy shots. It's really hard to avoid it when you have to go outside. So doing the best you can to kind of mitigate your symptoms, and then of course seeking help when you need to.
And if people do need help, Ally Medical ER is there for them.
That's right. We're open 24/7. We can get you seen, evaluated, tested quickly, concierge type service.
Sounds good to me. Dr. Best, thank you.
Thank you.
Ally Medical ER has 7 locations across the greater Austin area. Use online check-in at allymedical.com for added convenience. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Ally Medical ER. Welcome back, folks. Integral Pilates aims to be a space for intentional movement, connection, community, and friendship. Joining us now are the founders, Marley Kimball-Johnson and Leg Gibbons. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
It's wonderful to have you both here and on such an important week, too. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But first, Marley, if you wouldn't mind, tell us about Integral Pilates.
Yeah, of course. So we opened our doors last week, South Austin, right next to Armadillo Den. And we opened the space to give mat Pilates opportunities, equipment opportunities. Right now we are offering 3 different levels of heat in the mat room. We are warmed by our infrared panels. And then in the equipment space, we currently have reformer Pilates classes.
Okay, reformer Pilates. That's what I know is really tough stuff, right? That's where you use the machines and the muscles are kind of jiggling just a little bit.
Right, all those pulleys and springs.
Yeah.
They come after your muscles.
And it's supposed to be really good for your body. So I told you off camera, I do think sometimes without a machine, I get a little bit confused on what Pilates is versus yoga. Can you just talk to me a little bit about the different approaches?
Yeah, so there are a lot of similarities between the two. I think the big difference when it comes to Pilates is that we're really working on controlling our in ranges. So when we're moving, even when we're dynamically stretching, we're also building muscle because we're controlling our ranges of motion.
Okay, interesting. And then leg, if you wouldn't mind, what makes Pilates different from other workouts, you know, high intensity or a big cardio run or something like that?
Yeah, unbiasedly, the control is so important. It's not so much about how many reps you do or how much you move, but about how you control your movements within that range, playing with time under tension, all of those things.
I feel like you two are just like two working muscles. But actually you guys met doing Pilates, right? That's how you became friends. So originally, Leg, you were taking classes from Marley.
I was taking from Marley.
And then you became an instructor yourself.
Later on, I became an instructor. We started doing continued ed together, went out to Colorado, and just continued learning. And we decided we could do this together.
I was gonna say, so when did you decide, let's do, you know, a studio together, Marley?
It's hard to pinpoint one moment in time. I think over time we had talked about how we wanted it. It was a dream, and then each day it became less of a dream and more of a reality. But whenever we started to tackle things like electrical and plumbing for operations side, and then we also found this passion of popcorning and making our classes together, building formats. There was just no world in which we didn't flow well together.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, congratulations to the both of you. And we are, Leg, going to put you to work, if you don't mind, you little co-founder you. So Marley's going to show us a little bit about what happens in a typical class, just in case someone hasn't been to Pilates before. So Marley, can you help us out?
Yeah, of course. So we've got her on her back. She's starting supine. That's just a fancy way to say she's on her backside. So we'll start here giving her the chance to find awareness with her containers. She has a pelvis, she has her ribs, she has a head. So just finding those in space before she starts to push down into her hands, down into her feet. She's gonna articulate as she lifts. Another fancy term to say she's gonna allow her spine the chance to find some mobility today rather than feeling like it has to stay locked and rigid. And then as she comes back down like a string of pearls, she'll land her spine back down on the mat. She'll give you one more of those, and then the next time I ask her to bridge, we're gonna change it up for her spine. Now we're gonna say neutral lift. I pick her up by her little suitcase handle right over her belly button, and now she's got a neutral bridge. So her spine is working as a unit rather than articulating bone by bone. Beautiful.
It looks gorgeous, and you can throw some tools into the mix too, right?
Could. So if I had someone who was letting their knees open really wide, I might say, hey, give this ball a hug so that we find a connection to your inner thighs. And now this is where we start to see how Pilates works your muscles as a symphony. We really want everything to recruit and come to the party rather than overcompensating with just one muscle. I think that's enough for you today. Yeah.
Good job, Leg. Good job.
From here,
I'll take the ball from you.
There we go.
But we're going to have you flip positions, right?
Yes. So now we'll take her through a tabletop position, also known as a quadruped. And this takes time, right? She could just find this tabletop position and call it a day, but Leg's going to put some intention behind it. So she starts to push the floor away so that she can really straighten her arm bones, starting electric energy from her blades all the way down through her fingertips. Then she'll think about her containers again. Where are her ribs in space? How is she holding her pelvis? Where is her head? Now we start to reach her right arm out. That's gonna make things a little bit more challenging. Then we're gonna reach her left leg out. This is what we call opposite arm, opposite leg reach.
Balance.
If she keeps thinking about the push through the left hand and the energy she's shooting to Rosie through her fingertips, the energy she's reaching with her toes towards me, this in itself is hard. If we want to add a little more movement, she'll take her wrist to the right and her ankle to the left. This is taking a new plane of motion into the mix. Frontal plane, gorgeous. And this right here will get you sweating just from thinking and connecting.
You're doing great, Leg.
I'm swagging.
One more rep, please, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh, good job. I can see the starting of this shake, and that's from two people who really, you know, do a lot of this. So I can see strength, and I think a lot of women, especially as we age, maybe we're not staying up to date so much on doing, you know, working with weights, that sort of thing. Even just this body weight workout is really strengthening, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Our bodies are resistance, you know?
Yeah.
We're pushing the floor away. I'm holding my own body weight. It's heavy. Our legs are heavy.
Yeah, good point. Okay, so you have your grand opening, right? Is that coming up this week?
It's happening right now.
It's happening right now.
It started yesterday. It will carry on until Sunday the 18th. We have so much going on, local vendors popping up, a big variety. Just to name a few, we have permanent jewelry happening on Friday with Reem, and then Saturday we have a fine line tattoo pop-up happening, but there's so much more to look forward to. So if you just look over at our Instagram, you can get all of the details and the times.
Sounds good to me. And Leg, where can people sign up for your classes?
Apple Store, Integral Pilates ATX for all other users, integralpilatesatx.com.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
good to me. Congratulations to the two of you on making a dream come true.
Thank you, Rosie.
I think it's amazing, and I'm gonna say it now. This is around the corner from where I live, so you guys might be seeing me.
Come
on!
on.
I didn't know that you were so darn close. We really appreciate your time today, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course. For more information on their classes and offerings, visit integralpilatesatx.com, or you can follow along on social media, as you heard so much going on for their grand opening week at Integral Pilates ATX. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Amazing Explorers Academy. STEAM education in a preschool setting, creating 21st century learners. That's what you'll find at Amazing Explorers Academy. Disha Millette is here to tell us more. And Disha, my first question is, what makes y'all different?
What makes us different is we really have true STEAM curriculum at our schools. Everyone else says, oh, we have STEAM curriculum. Ours is very immersive, hands-on, allowing kids to be critical thinkers.
How did AEA come about? It actually started with two brothers, right?
Yes, it did start with two brothers that had an amazing idea to bring real STEAM education to preschoolers, and not only preschoolers, but for infants all the way up.
How can families or businesses get involved with y'all?
We are always trying to be a part of the community. So, you know, we have what we call our enrollment coordinators that go out into the community, and they always try to partner with businesses where we're located. We encourage people to come see what we're all about. You know, we want to be a part of the community and get involved in anything that goes on.
Talk to me a little bit more, if you wouldn't mind, about the STEAM-based approach, because as you said, that's really the driver. That's the thing that leads you forward every single day, and how it looks on kind of a day-to-day approach.
STEAM-based curriculum, we use a lot of natural-based supplies, products. One of our big STEAM curriculum activities that we use are like, we make molds out of the human brain, and the kids get to participate and kind of see what the human brain looks like. We did a Jello balls, like ping pong balls. So it kind of shows the kids white blood cells and red blood cells. So that's kind of how we take our approach to learning. We make it fun, but still educational.
So how does the school communicate with parents and kind of keep them involved in their child's learning journey? Because there's so much fun stuff going on here.
AEA has its own app. We created our own app. There's a timeline. And on the timeline is where the teachers post pictures, they post updates of the child's day, if they're infants to toddlers, their bottles, diapers. We have several layers of security to our facility. Once you enroll with us, we do provide you with a code to get into the lobby of the building. You pull up your app, there's a QR code, that's what you sign in on the kiosk, and it unlocks the door for you. No one else should have access to your kid unless you have authorized us to do so.
Sounds like a really fascinating place and one that's super family oriented. Disha, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Book a tour and learn more about enrolling your child right now at aexplorer.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Amazing Explorers Academy. Everyone loves products that make life easier, from cooking smarter to looking your best and so much more. Alyssa Bergamini and Ashley Howard are standing by with the best products at the best prices in this week's Epic Discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Ashley Howard.
And I'm Melissa Bergamini. Scan the QR code on your screen to get ready to save big. New year, new routines, and today we're bringing you game-changing products designed to make everyday life a little bit easier, faster, and more enjoyable.
I can't wait. These are smart solutions that save you time, space, and stress. So let's kick things off with a true multitasking hero, the Instant Pot 6-quart Rio 7-in-1 multi-cooker. This is 7 appliances in one. Pressure cook, slow cook, saute, steam, make rice, yogurt, even keep your meals warm, all in one sleek pot.
A little bit of everything in there. So whether it's a busy weeknight dinner or meal prep for the week ahead, this Instant Pot cuts cooking time dramatically while locking in all the flavor. One pot, less cleanup, and more time for you, and that is a win for the new year.
The more flavor, the better.
The better, of course.
Now, speaking of me time, let's talk sound. The Soundcore Q30 Hybrid Active Noise Canceling Headphones by Anchor are a total game changer. With multiple noise canceling modes, rich high-res audio, and up to 50 hours of playtime, these are perfect for work, travel, or just zoning out at home.
Yeah, I love doing that. I'm sure you do too.
Yes.
You can customize the sound right from the app. Connect to 2 devices at once and enjoy all-day comfort. And what about your mornings? Well, let's simplify them with the Keurig K-Mini single-serve coffee maker.
Now, this compact beauty brews a fresh cup in just minutes, from 6 to 12 ounces, and fits perfectly in small kitchens, dorms, or offices. Plus, core storage keeps your counter clutter-free.
We all need coffee in the morning. Now, let's talk beauty on the go. The Ama Beauty Travel Hair Dryer Brush. It is a must-have. Dual voltage for international and domestic travel, which is key. 360-degree airflow and negative ionic technology for that smooth, frizz-free volume.
Dry, straighten, and style all at once. No juggling tools. It's like salon results anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
All right, now let's take one last look at today's game-changing products that will make your life a little easier in the new year.
Head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan that QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products mentioned and where to buy them by going to our website, KXAN.com, and clicking on the Marketplace tab. Hey, we are happy to be able to offer you some help if you're out there searching for jobs. KXAN has partnered with ZipRecruiter to help you find thousands of job openings in Austin and around the country. Just go to KXAN.com/jobs where you can search thousands of new postings every single day. Check it out right now and get started on the path to your next career. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Ally Medical ER and Amazing Explorers Academy.